Hey all, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. I'm Agent of Mischief, and today we are exploring some more of Denerim. Let's jump into it, shall we? Alright, there's Brother Gentivi's house. We'll make our way over there. Excuse me, friends. Just happened to see someone with an exclamation point over their head. See if we can't find them.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
who have given their love to false.
Oh, she gave me money.
You mentioned his name.
Thank you.
Magic exists to serve. Man and
Maybe I can
never
finally buy an
to
upgrade for my pack.
foul and corrupt are they who have
How much money do I have anyways? Wrong button. Ooh, yeah, we could, I think. Oh, Alistair loves me. I'm so excited. Anything else cool I could give to Sev?
You have excellent taste.
There we go. Give that to Morrigan when we get back to camp. And then you may have one
Oh,
of
nice.
these. And Wynn may have one of these.
Most kind.
And one of these.
Most kind.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. Won't find better.
Hello, Smithers.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Brother Gentivi.
Brother Genitivi? Why?
I heard about his search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Do you think he's in trouble because of the urn?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
He'll succeed where they failed and get Gentivi back.
Now, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I'm willing to risk it. Tell me where he went.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
What exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his
Liar.
whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Hiding something?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genitivi told me about the inn, and that's all.
Us? Who's us?
Us? I mean me. There
He has a
is no
venom
us.
symbiote. Oh my god.
Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genitivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
Lovely. The real Waylon. Sorry, Waylon. So, do we even know where we're going to find TV? Village of Haven, the Frostback seems a good place to start. Pity is not, it's not on any maps. Okay, let's try to finish up some shit in dinner room first before we go there, I think.
Of course.
We're taking that. Well, okay. Jeez. Let's save. I won't grab it for now. That I will grab, however. Anyone need better armor? Intense strength. Can I tell? Yeah, his stuff's better than what we could give him. Looks like something that we should be able to move. But maybe not. I thought we just checked. Let me look again. Yeah. Oh, it's better than what Alistair has currently. We'll grab it. Ooh, mysterious door. Oh, we'll definitely have enough money to get us an upgrade once we get back there. What else did we want to check out here before we leave? Lovely skull up top. Ooh, it's cool in here.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Anything else down here?
Where do you think they get all this stuff? Do you think they have any miniature golem dolls?
You want one? I didn't see one. I would get you one if you would like one.
What can I get you, stranger?
Have you heard any rumors?
The dark spawn have attacked Lothar. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings. Then they were gone.
Jesus.
Just as quick. Wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. Anything else you need?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not strictly legal? Alright, I was told we could go fuck around and find some shit. Oh yes, aren't these the blokes we were supposed to tell to leave?
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you're looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull. Another round for me men.
God, what an asshole.
You must know that murder is wrong, I assume.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me?
As you desire.
Yes. That is exactly it.
Joke if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you regret the life you have lived.
It's true. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child? Are you incapable of a single serious conversation?
I know. I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom? I wish to cry.
You can cry well away from my bosom, I'm certain.
Did I tell you I was an orphan? I never knew my mother.
Gad, I give up.
Well, fine, don't have sufficient skill. I forgot I'm supposed to have.
He came at me. It's not my fault. Why did he come at me?
And so
Yeah.
I shall.
They got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right? I mean, He's just going to disappear, right?
All men are the work of our nature. All men are the work of our nature.
Okay, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do after that. We left the body.
As there is but one life, one death, there is but one.
Yeah, I did the thing. Whatever.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule alone. Magic exists to serve man and never.
Alright, boys, let's get him. Fuck him up, Mr. Zev.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see. Time for that. Let's grab some glory.
Got him.
Oh, damn, he just decapitated the dude. Go off, Zev.
touch nothing. I don't think they clean the surfaces in this place very often.
Maybe not. There's the bouncer. To you too, bro.
That scamp Kylon sent you, right? Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. The mercenaries are right there. If you're here about other things.
Let's save real quick. Just in case shit goes down.
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for white falcons only.
I'm close shop before there's trouble.
Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do?
That's exactly what I'm telling you to do. Now go.
You aren't no common guard. You're with All How, aren't you?
No.
Men, let's clear out.
That bitch killed my family.
Don't want to get on Locane's bad side, do we?
Tell Kylon I owe him one.
Bully, what's that for? I do intimidate a lot of people.
Too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. And look who we have here. Come to apologise for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard, and the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
You two know each other?
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin. And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed.
Your fighting skills are impressive.
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years.
Will you teach me how to be a duelist?
An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better, so we shall call for a drink, and you will honour me with a game.
Alright, what game?
Have you ever played Wicked Grace? It is easy to learn, but difficult to master. You must watch your opponent's moves as carefully as your own. Before we start, the cards must be shuffled. Shall I, or would you like to?
I'll shuffle them.
Good. Go ahead, then. Are you done yet? 5 cards each to start with, and may the cleverest player win. Is it my turn again?
Cheating, I see.
You certainly have quick reflexes. I'm quite impressed. And as for me cheating, well, the game does not matter. I just wanted to see if you could outwit me. You have proven yourself quick and resourceful, and I would be honoured to pass my skills on to you.
Teach me now.
Come, we will need some space for this.
Wahahaha. Anything else we can talk about?
I don't think there's anything else I can teach you. Perhaps tell those you meet where you learned what you know.
Yes. What? Is it customary where you're from to give complete strangers questioning looks?
Never mind, I shall leave you alone. Jesus, I can't walk.
Make a Chantry Templars, whoever, save me. I didn't mean to kill him. Can you make this go away? I could have handled it. Thanks. I think I need to go hide somewhere.
Damn it. Well, fine. That is all there is to do in here. Let's see, any other loot I could perhaps grab?
What's the password? Go away.
Fine. Excuse me, Isabella. Alright, let's just head back to town. I don't really feel like exploring everything else. Oh, are we gonna get into another fight?
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. I don't know how, but you got them to leave with no fuss at all. The Pearl's workers will...
Nobody gives orders to my men but me. A little lesson in respect is in order.
I see. Don't bother sparing these lugs. Things are about to get messy.
Couldn't we all just get
Oh shit, he got Zev. Fucking hit him.
And people actually voluntarily attack you. Are they just stupid?
They
Here's the
probably
payment.
are, yes.
I might have more
Don't
work
fuck
if
with
you're
me.
interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
You should know better. You should know better than to fuck with me. Ooh, that'll be nice. Be taking that. Where do we want to go next?
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one life. All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk to these
one
two.
Who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
I fucking love her.
She shall know the peace
Peas.
of Maker's benediction.
Breaded.
The
Roast.
veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her bacon and her shield, her foundation and
Oh my god, we have an episode title.
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
I liked her version of the chant better.
Me too. I wonder why nobody ever taught me her version of the chant when I was a Templar.
Oh, hello, dear. Can we help you?
What she means is, in Andraste's name, be welcome.
Stop correcting me. What was Andraste doing? That's what you should be concerned with, I say. Andraste was no fuss budget.
What are you doing?
Praying for the good people of Denerin who've lost loved ones at Ostergard. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
That's what I said.
I don't remember the chant having any passages about bacon.
Andraste, deliver us. If her grace were to hear this.
I wouldn't mess up the words if you wouldn't keep interrupting me. Grand Cleric Alamena understands the importance of concentration, you know.
Her grace, may the Maker bless her heart, lost her hearing 20 years ago. If she doesn't catch your blasphemous mistakes, it's because she didn't hear them.
Can you tell me about the chant?
Tell you about the chant? What? As if it's a cake you might buy? Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the chantry.
Fine, then. What do you want to know?
What does the chant say about Darkspawn?
Oh, there are some very stirring canticles about doom and wrath.
Darkspawn were created by mankind's second sin, pride. Arrogance became a great caged beast in the lands of Tevinter, an emptiness that consumed all and could never be filled. To satisfy its hunger, the mage lords assaulted the Golden City, heart of all creation, to take the Maker's power for themselves.
Why does no one ever sing the good stanzas during chantry services anymore? They speak them. It's called the chant of light, not the speech of light.
Sister, would you kindly stop messing up the chant?
See how you like being interrupted.
Well, you get the general idea, I'm sure.
What was that verse you were reciting just now?
It's the 10th stanza from the Transfigurations. Lovely canticle, that one. Oh, you should have heard Brother Caedmon sing it, though.
He sang it well, I take it.
He had a voice like a bucket full of toads. Revered Mother Boanne, bless her heart, always said, If we had more voices like his, the Maker couldn't fail to take note of us.
What happened to him?
It was tragic, really. Such a surprise. We don't speak of that.
It is almost mealtime, isn't it?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Alright, before we go out and do any other shit, let's see. Oh yeah, we were gonna talk to Kylon. And then maybe get out of here?
As there is but one world, one life, one duty.
Good to see you back.
Need any more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said, Denram won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars.
You're not wanted here.
Oh, you're threatening us. We're veterans of many battles. Who are you?
Hundreds have died in my wake. You're just a number to me.
We were just leaving. Yes, oars, we go to the docks.
Appropriate that you would. Seeing as that's where oars belong.
Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the Crimson Oars. Mind you, she's disappointed there was no fighting. Here's payment. You've helped out a great deal.
Nice. I'm gonna get back to camp soon, though. Anything
Thanks
else?
for the help you've given.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I'm not sure where the world map is.
I have more headaches to deal with.
Maybe it's on the city map. I forget how we got out of here in the first place. Yeah, let's head back to the camp.
I heard about what happened at Redcliffe. I want to talk to you about it.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
You can stop the... You're welcome.
Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
It's Thursday, actually, as I'm recording this. So, no, it's not. Alright, let's get us some more storage space. That'll be nice to have.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Well, I spent all my gold, but it was worth it. Hi, Morrigan. How are things?
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Is that really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Yeah, I've heard this part.
The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Thomas must have been angry. I would have been
Life of a
fucking
bard
pissed.
is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Osen then.
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Of course Flemeth would say that.
You would be surprised at how little my mother cares for what I or others think of her past. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died recently, in fact.
Oh, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on. I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you? I await your command.
I just saw something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Let's see. Who do we want to talk to before we wrap things up?
You called.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
You find Ferelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Our farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
You sound a bit homesick.
Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs.
Don't the Qunari ever want to change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Maybe he was meant to be a merchant.
Meant by whom? And if that were indeed his purpose, why did that mysterious source of meaning not make him so to begin with?
You think births determine your destiny?
Destiny? Destiny is superstitious nonsense. Life is not a journey that ends with you arriving or not arriving at the proper destination. Life is what you do. Life is the duties you fulfill.
You don't think happiness is important?
You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on?
Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Qunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Does he like cookies? I never would have thought you'd have a sweet tooth.
I don't know what that means. None of my teeth are sweet. Those little baked things, however, we have none of those in my homeland. This should be remedied.
That's adorable. I'll keep that in mind.
Shall we move on?
We'll discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
It's not for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
It's adorable that he loves cookies. I'm gonna talk to everybody before we leave, even the doggy. Hi, doggy. Stan should growl back. Back away slowly.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Oh my god, all the dog interactions are so wonderful. I love it. Let's talk to Alistair.
You know, I've been thinking.
What have you been thinking about?
Back when we left Goldanner's, you told me I needed to look out for myself more than I do. I'm beginning to think you were right. I need to stop letting everyone else make my decisions for me. I need to take a stand and think about myself for a change. Or I'm never going to be
Damn right,
happy.
bud. It's about time, I say.
Then from this point on, I'll be looking out for myself more. Should have done this a long time ago.
Hell yeah, babe.
I just wanted to thank you. Being with you is the one bright spot out of everything that's happened.
I feel the same way.
Let's go. We've got a lot left to do.
What if we kissed during the Blight and we were both Grey Wardens, JK? Unless...
Something you need, my dear?
Some questions.
Of course.
What was it like to be Grey Warden with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long. But I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
No, I'd like to hear about them.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfels. What's his name? Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
It's like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Anyhow, it doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly...
I'm sorry, this must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just
Alistair
struck me
needs
that
a
I had
hug.
nothing to remember Duncan by.
Someone give him a hug for me.
There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Not at all.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go. I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Go ahead, I don't mind.
Zevran, the elf. You can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow?
Yes, I actually do.
Really? Why? That's a lot of trust to put in someone who tried to kill you.
I'm willing to give him a chance.
Well, if you are, then maybe I should too. But that doesn't mean I won't keep an eye on him. He's just too shifty. What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. He's so quiet for someone so big.
He's dedicated, I'll give him that. I respect him.
The more I talk to him, the more reasonable he does seem. His philosophy is so strange. But it doesn't sound at all as vile as the Chantry describes it. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
He seems to regret what he did.
I'm not so sure that his regret means the same as it would for us. The Kunari sense of honor is a bit hard to grasp. For me, anyway. What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
I believe she believes in her vision.
That's one way to put it. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
She's proven very useful.
True enough. Who'd have thought a sister would prove to be an adept thief and spy, eh? Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
You really don't like each other, do you?
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all.
You don't have to call her a bitch, though. I like her just fine.
Great. I am thrilled beyond words. No, really. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
I better not lose any approval for that. I'm gonna be mad.
Something you need, my dear?
We discuss something private.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
I just want to give her a big kiss.
Oh, you want to right now? Well, who am I to refuse?
Yourself in front of me. Well, maybe we'll talk to everybody else later. And now's probably a good time to get off here. I haven't. I've gone a little bit over what I wanted to. About 10 minutes, so that's not too bad. If you enjoyed the series, if you're enjoying the characters, if you enjoy the game, if you enjoy my commentary, what have you. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons and maybe leave a comment if you're feeling generous. Also, it would be great if you could maybe show the series to your friends if you know any who like Dragon Age, who might or who you think might enjoy Dragon Age, what have you. Yeah, that would be great. So for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.